Okay, welcome to the Flying Cat Academy. I'm Shauna, and this is
Sebastian.
And we are ready to rock. We're doing a reading and writing lesson based on the Dyslexia Training Institute course lessons that I learned about. And let's get started. What do you think, Sebastian?
Okay.
Okay, we're working on the closed syllable, and we've been doing some exceptions to the closed syllable. So we're going to do another exception to the closed syllable today. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. So let's start off with the sight word study method. I have the words that we've been working on. There's pencil for you. I'm going to say the word, and then you're going to write it down. And see this red line? You're going to try and stick to it all the way down the page. Okay. Ready for your first word? Okay. You're going to say the word after I say it, and then you'll write it.
Okay.
The word is how.
How.
Good job. And you can check the word yourself. How'd you do?
Perfect.
Give yourself a check. Excellent. Your next word is shoot. And how'd you do?
Perfect.
Was that one easy for you?
Yeah.
Do you think that we should keep that in rotation for maybe one more time? Okay. Your next word is have. Say the word.
Half.
Good. And how'd you do?
Perfect.
Excellent. And now we've had that one for 4 times, and you've been spelling that correctly. Do you think it's time to retire that one, or do you want to keep it?
It is retired.
It is retired. Okay, so we'll take half away.
See you later.
I will keep it. That is just great, and great happens to be your next word. Say great. Okay, and check your work.
Perfect.
Nicely done. Okay, now recently we put in 2 different theirs. Do you remember the 2 different meanings of there? We make keywords for it.
Yeah, I remember.
So if I said, I want to go there, can you imagine how you spell that one?
Yeah. T-H-E-R-E.
Write it down. How did you remember that?
Because it's not theirs.
Okay, you are. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, give it a check.
I'll check. Yeah. Got to do that.
Okay, now how about this one? They want to put their book on the table. Now I'm just interested, so how are you remembering that this one is E-I-R? Let's check.
It's not. We're going there.
But how do you remember one is E-R-E and one is E-I-R?
I don't know. I always remember that.
Okay. Your next one is, oh, didn't give a check. Did you check that one?
Oh, yeah. Check.
And your last one is use. I will use a paddleboard when I go on the lake today. Use. Okay, give it a check. I loved your self-correction there. So I wanted to introduce one new word, and we'll use our sight word study method. The word is does, that's right. So let's use our sight word study method.
Oh, when did I get all of those wrong?
Well, I noticed it in your writing that this one was spelled incorrectly in your writing yesterday, so I thought, oh, let's throw it in sight word study method. And then I get to show my teacher the sight word study method in use. What do you think?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay. So
I
we'll
think
let-
you just wanted to show your teacher.
No, das is a good word to know. Okay, so you read that word,
Does.
and then with 2 fingers, you're going to tap underneath it. But this is where we go D-O-E-S.
D-O-E-S.
Does. Perfect. Do it one more time.
D-O-E-S. Does.
Perfect. And then with the back of your pencil, you're going to trace it and say the letter names again, and then underline.
Okay.
Good. Hold in this.
D-O-E-S. Does.
Perfect. Do it one more time for me.
D-O-E-S.
Awesome. Now, how good are you feeling about does? Do you think you really know it? So if I turn it over.
I always say thumbs up.
Okay, let's give it a go. So you're going to take 2 fingers and trace it on the table.
Yeah. D-O-E-S.
And underline it and say yes. One more time.
D-O-E-S. Does.
Perfect. Okay, time to write it. Does. And how'd you do? Perfect. Wonderful job, babe. Okay, so we're going to retire half. I have to make a note to myself that we're going to do that.
Half is too old to keep going.
That's right.
Yeah,
You no longer have it in your mix.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go on to phonemic awareness drill. And we get to use these. So I will tell you a word, and then you're going to tell me the sounds that you hear in the word, and each sound is represented by one different color. So if the word was pop, and you say pop, okay, and then this was what I wanted to emphasize. If this is p and this is ah, if the same sound is in, yeah, no, you do the same color. Okay, so let's carry on with this then. Okay, your first word is snip. So what sounds do you hear in the word snip? And you say, okay, and then tap it nice and loud so you can hear it. I don't know if Jen can hear it. Very good. Okay, so if I have snip, snip, I want to take the p and change it to a t. What would I get? Tip. So if this one was snip, tip.
Tim.
This is snip, and I want to turn it into, this is the, can you tap out the sounds for me? We'll find the p.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the p?
It's right here.
Okay, yeah, so I want to change snip into snit.
Remember, you said that at first you said it let's start the word.
Oh, if I do, I didn't. Okay, now what do I have now?
Snip.
Yeah, so tap out the sounds for me.
Snit.
Okay, excellent. So if that's snit, can you find the sound in snit for me? Yes, I would like that to change to a. So what would I have now? Very good. Okay, and I would like spit. Could you find the is sound in there for me? And change it to a ah. And then what would I have? Very good. Okay, you can put those ones away. Okay, what word would you have if you put these sounds together? Ah. K. And t. What would you have?
Act.
Yeah. Now how about if I put p at the start of act? Is this still act?
Packed.
But what tile did we have before? I think we lost a tile. Oh yeah, now tap it and tell me what we did.
Packed.
Can you tap it?
Packed.
You got it.
What's packed?
I made a pact with you. It means I made a deal with you. Have you ever heard it before?
Yeah, probably.
I like that you asked me that. Okay, you can put those away. Okay. You ready for it? This is going to be the visual drill. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You sure you are? You're looking excited.
Okay.
Okay, sit up straight.
Would I not be ready?
Because you look like you're slumped. You tell me the sounds and I'll show you the graphemes. Very good.
So. And.
Do you say I put the new one in? These are the new ones for you.
Mm.
Very good.
And.
Now, I think a lot of these ones can, very good. I think some of these ones I'll have to take out because I think you've mastered the, tell me that one again. Yep. I love how you know. Per. Yeah, it's a vowel. Yep. Excellent job. So now let's do the opposite of that drill and we'll do the auditory. So that means that I'm going to tell you the sound and you're going to write down the graphemes, the letters that go with it. Okay, you ready for it? Okay. Your first one is sol. Yep. Squa. Squa. Like squawk. You are. Spur. Spur. Aw, as in pot. Yep. Oof. How are you feeling about the blends? You feeling like they're super easy? Yeah, I think so too. I think we're gonna get the blends out here. Oh, what did I just do? I didn't know what to do.
You like the first time you just like showing. Not this time.
Okay, I'm not.
No,
I just did it.
You only did it once.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Like the last time you went like you just showed me everyone. It's like
Oh, the first time I did it? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep this to myself.
no, not the first time. It was like a different time and you like forgot to like not show you. It was so funny.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
That's next. Oh, I'm glad you got it because I was having trouble saying it. Okay, ank. Nicely done. Last one, twa. Twa.
Thumbs up to me.
Thumbs up to you.
Yeah.
Very good, my love. Okay, let's carry on. So now we're going to do a little syllable drill. In this syllable drill, we're going to start off by reading the prefixes. And then we've got two bases. And different prefixes are going to be able to match up with different bases to make words. So let's start off. You're like, curious. Let's start off by just reading them. So what's the first one?
Sub, con, in, sub, v.
So notice that there's some doubles. Almost all of these are closed syllables. What makes this one a closed syllable?
Because there is no vowel at the end. There's only one vowel.
One vowel,
And there's a consonant after it.
consonant after it. And what type of vowel is that?
It is a short vowel.
Very good. So this prefix, is this one a closed syllable?
It is. Yeah, I know.
No. And so what stops it from being
It doesn't have consonant at the end.
very good? Okay, but you know, I only included this one because I know that you know re. Sometimes it's red, but re, repeat. Okay, so we looked at ject before. We know that ject means to throw. And here's a new base. Do you want to tap that one out or read it? What does that say?
To draw or move.
It does, but I was just asking what the base is. What's this word? What's the syllable?
Oh, tract.
Tract. So it's not a word on its own, but it's a syllable, right? It needs help.
Contact. Something.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Okay, well, let's get to it. So you can add anyone you want that you think can make a word. So So why don't you start off with tract first, and then we'll do the ject ones.
Okay, subject
We're doing tract.
or subject.
Good.
Intract.
I've never heard of
No, I've
tract.
never heard that. Subtract.
Yeah.
Retract. Retract. Alright.
Just one of those because I don't go with the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, have you ever heard this one?
Oh yeah. Resubtract.
Whoa, that's great! I never realized you could add two, but you could resubtract something if you subtracted it again. No, you can't change that. Resubtracting! That's amazing! But that was supposed to be the prefix in, but you sneaky. Okay, what about if you did that?
Contract.
Yeah. So I thought we might want to think about like some of the meanings.
Subcontract.
That's so good! Wow! That is so good, Sebastian. Well, if you retract something, do you know what that means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Bring something back again.
Yeah, so if re means again, and this means to move, you're moving it again. You're drawing it back again, moving it back.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, eh? What about sub? Sub means under.
Yeah.
Subtract. Oh,
Yeah, I know subtract.
because it's like taking away.
That's why I wanted the ink subtract.
You're moving it under.
That's why I wanted the ink subtract.
That's cool.
Why
Okay.
is there two subs?
Well, I thought that we would think of these as like separate things. So
Wait, I
you
just
use
want
these
these
ones. That was pretty cool that you were able to use like so many of those. I was only thinking they'd be two syllables. Contract, subcontract.
Yeah.
And that's what Lloyd's doing right now is he's building this house. He's subcontracting.
Subcontracting.
I've never heard that, but if you did it again,
Yes,
It's possible.
subcontracting again.
you could re-subcontract.
Yeah, so I used
possible.
So I used everything.
That's amazing.
I used everything.
That's amazing. Okay, you are going beyond the Call of Duty, my friend. So ject we've talked about before. We know it means to throw. Can you put some of those together for me?
Subject, eject, inject.
Okay, so think about inject. Why?
Sub-inject? No. Re-inject? No.
Re-inject, you could do that.
Yeah, re-inject.
So think about inject and then we'll think about re-inject. So why is it appropriate to have in and inject together? Like what's the meaning match the form of the word? In meaning within.
Yeah.
So
So what's that?
yes. So when you inject something, you're throwing it within your body.
Yes.
Okay. If you re-inject, you're doing it again. Unless I got two needles.
Sub-reject. No, I can't make it again.
But subject.
Subject. I was thinking like to throw the subject somehow.
Well, I mean, if I was the king, I would have everyone below me as a subject.
Yeah. And
So throw below. Subject. If you made that ing, but it's not ing. Although after today, we will be allowed to do ing because that's the exception that we're looking at.
I used
today.
all four. The one that you gave me that we were thinking we're gonna be like connect them together, like just put them in like them all in different words.
That was amazing.
And I put them all together.
I know. That was totally amazing. Okay, my love, let's move on. So we were studying the different exceptions to the closed syllable rule. And let's just look at this.
I think I might see you made your own.
Yes, so I did this morning. Okay, so there's a closed syllable. Actually, you make one. You make a closed syllable. I'm not going to make one.
I like cats. Cat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cat.
Okay, what makes that a closed syllable?
Because it's they have one vowel, short vowel sound, and it's a one vowel pattern. No, that's what they're
Well, you had two of the elements. There's three things that make it a closed syllable. You said it has one vowel, which is so true. Short vowel.
and constant.
Yeah, and what would happen if the consonant was away? What would happen to that vowel?
One vowel.
Yeah, so it would be.
K.
Yeah, because that vowel's wandering off and screaming its name. Hey! Okay, so yesterday we learned one more of our closed exception rules. I know you like the sliders, so I made a slider for it. But I thought we'd review all of our closed exceptions before we get our new one.
Bang, dang, fang, hang, tang, sang, tang, clang, twang, swang, spang. Bank, clank, clank, stank, bank, blank, clank, flank, plank, stank, drank.
Excellent. Carry on.
Ball, call, fall, hall, mall, tall, wall, small, squall.
Excellent.
Doll, no, that's not the all. These are the ink.
Oh.
Wait, which way does it go? I don't know which way your sliders go. I understand these ones, but which way does your slider go?
Well, I hope it works. I just made it this morning. Here it works.
Does it go that way? Which way does it
This
go?
way.
So. Dink, fink, sink, wink, stink.
What's this
Wink, wink, blink, slink, blink, blink, drink.
Now, I just put this one in because I thought it was interesting. Where'd it go? Where did TW go? You said twink, didn't you?
No, did I?
Oh, but maybe I didn't put it in. I was thinking TW, twink, because it's a syllable. It's not a word on its own. Can you think of a word that uses twink in it?
Fink.
That one sounds like it. I was thinking twinkle, twinkle. So twink could be a syllable. Just thought. Ah. Okay, so today, let's go on to the new part of our lesson. We are doing a new exception to the closed syllable rule.
There's too many, Mom.
Too many exceptions? You're rocking them out. Okay, so let's get our nice little setup here. And you know you already used it today, so I know that this is going to be a nice, quick, easy thing for you. Because at the end of the word, in the syllable game over there, you said ing. You changed in to ing. So this one is ing. Tell me ing.
Ing.
Okay. And let's just experiment with adding sounds to ing. You want to do that for me? So what would it be? You can just take one and you can add the sound to
Bing.
Yeah. So why don't you do that? Over here. Oh, you are going crazy.
I'm recatting. I'm recatting. Okay, I'm recatting.
Wow. How many syllables in recatting?
Okay.
That's amazing. Now, you know what I love about this?
I made up my own.
Yeah. I was going to do one syllable, keep it nice and easy, but you're obviously way ahead of me here. So let's just keep it simple for this first little bit. That was pretty funny.
Recatting.
Not really sure how you recat something. Kind of scares me what happened to the cat. Okay, so if this is ing, let's just make nice, simple ones. You can use blends if you want. So 2 consonant blends.
Like,
we
so
put in.
your cat goes away, and then you grab it and put it back, so you're recatting.
The poor cat. Oh, that's what Skylar does all day long. She just recasts. Because she picks them up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Skylar's recatting right now, actually.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so think of some single consonants that could get added to ing that would make words. And then you can put them. I like that one. What about this one?
Ding.
Yeah. You got a ding in your car?
Ding.
I was thinking a little dent is a ding.
Cling.
If you wanted to do a cling, you could.
It's easier if you do too.
Yeah, you can do a blend. So what would be the blend that would make cl? Excellent. So good, Sebastian. Now, if you want, you could leave. The...
Can I bobbing?
No, you can't. So cling, can you think of another blend that you could do? So like, we've done some blends that were something.
It's so easy if you just make words like to make wood and then you put ing on it.
Sure.
But that's two, and you said I can't do that. But then
What do I
this
just want a
one's
simple
easier.
one, so like this.
Sing.
Yeah.
Ping,
You got it?
wing, ting,
How about this
wing,
one?
wing, wing.
Yeah.
Sing, ying, zing. Scouts.
Okay, what if we did this?
Brig.
Yeah, so there's lots, right? Okay, let's carry on.
Bringing.
Okay. So we're going to do a blending exercise. How do you feel about ing? I think you know. What are you doing?
I'm hatting.
Oh, now that one,
What's hatting? I made that up. I like to read.
that gets into a spelling rule that we haven't done yet. Well, we've done it before, but not with this method.
I'm hatting.
Remember the 1-1-1 rule? 1-7. Well, we'll get into it
Well, I'm
later.
hatting. It's getting quick.
Okay, love. Here we go. So let's do a little blending exercise here. Okay. So you tap and tell me. It's a tap and tell,
Ned.
but you didn't tap or tell.
Ned.
Okay. Now what is that?
Snid. Spit. 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 Swit. Swit. Swim. Swim. Swab. Swab.
Very good.
I'm swabbing. I'm swabbing. I'm swabbing. I'm swabbing. Head.
Okay. I'm going to tell you. Somehow our letters got decimated here. The letters. Our letters. What? How do you do this?
I'm good at
You're
that.
gifted.
I'm gifted.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you the first sound in a word, and I want you to find it and bring it to here. Okay.
Okay.
The first sound is s. Okay. The second sound is. Let's try not to. The second sound is
Pig.
Okay. And the last sound.
Snake.
Oh.
What?
This is gonna have to be our L.
We always got. Oh, that means ALL.
Yeah, small.
Hey, wait. No, wait. You haven't on that pile. That stuff, don't you?
No, I didn't. I thought I did. Okay, well there you go.
Put T upside down. No.
So I did. Kind of, if we did that. No, it's okay. We're good.
Got this.
No, you don't have it. Upside down, I did not do it. Okay. Next one. You can put these ones back. Nicely, please.
It's hugged nicely. Because it's so fun when you wait. Okay, these ones are. These are my middles. I don't know
No.
what to do with them.
You have to put them back.
But like you filled in the gap, so now I don't know where they are. I'm supposed to go.
The next sound is B. So find B. Okay. And then ang. Good. And then what do you have?
Bang.
Yep.
Look at this.
Okay, one more. P is the first sound. Find P. Say P. No, you can't do that. I want to hear you say the sound. Okay, yeah, you're making it up. I haven't told you the second sound.
Okay.
Ing.
It's ping. I'm ping. It's pinging. I'm pinging. Ping. 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 Are you pinging? I'm pinging.
You got it. Good job. Okay. Now we're moving
Hey,
on.
did you make that up?
Ping? No.
It's like they just go ping.
There's ping pong.
Oh yeah.
When your internet is slow or faster, well, if you want to check your speed, you do a ping test.
Oh, I'm
So ping
pinging.
sound.
I'm pinging. Ping.
Yep.
Ping. Ping.
Okay. I know you're excited about about this, it's time to
Oh,
go
yeah,
on to the
I would
reading
like
of the sentences.
Oh, what about look, it's the Diaz.
No. Okay, so this is going to use lots of blends
It's
that
the
we've
one
been
about
looking
the
at.
beach, though.
Well, read and you'll find
Oh,
out.
shut up.
So just read the first part.
It is a fact that lots of rats are in Washington. Maybe it's Washington rats. A lot of rats are in Washington. It is a fact that there are no rats in Edmonton. What?
Did you know that?
Why?
So in Edmonton, Alberta, right beside our province, there's no rats
Why?
in that city. I don't know, I didn't research it, but I found out that fact. And so then I typed in, well, where are there lots of rats? Washington, which is where Donald Trump is right now, in the White House.
Yeah, he's not.
So, Washington is a district that's plagued by a growing mischief in its midst. Rats, the four-legged bewhiskered kind, have been spotted roaming the streets, scurrying across alleys and eating their way through trash bins. They actually have a number, 311, and you can call it on your phone. There's a rat. Because there's so many rats, they have this like hotline about rats. And 5,310 rat complaints were made in 1 year. So they have a huge rat problem. But
Yeah,
in,
look at
that's the next
Oh,
one.
I saw the cat.
But in Edmonton, in Canada, not one rat.
Why? No, there is one.
They say that there's no rats. We should research it.
They might say that, but there's probably one.
I don't know.
One new pet. Maybe a pet.
Well, that's true. They could have a pet. That's true. Okay, ready?
Maybe like one. Cats are fantastic. Cats can twist and jump and fall. Cats do not have
What's this word?
buds for bonbons.
Say it again.
Bonbons.
B-O-N,
Bonbons.
which is another
Bonbons.
bonbons, which is another word for candy. So they do not have buds for bonbons. Do you know what I would be meaning about buds?
Your taste buds?
Taste buds, yeah. So what I learned is that cats do not have, like they can't taste sugar. They don't have the ability to taste sweet. So if we gave Tucker like a little piece of donut, he would have no clue. It would just taste like bread probably. Interesting, eh? They don't taste sweet.
That's what exactly that.
Yeah. And this was another little picture. How would that go with our idea of rats in Washington?
Donald Trump's a rat. Yeah.
I can make you say that. Sorry, Jen, if you like Donald Trump. She's not American, though. She's Canadian, so probably.
Yeah, probably not.
You'll never know. But that was from a real parade they had.
Donald Trump's a rat.
They made this big protest against him. Yep.
I would like to be in that protest.
And
That
then,
was
he
like,
was saying, fake news. And the news reporters were saying, well, there's the float. That's the news. It's for real. And he just kept saying, no, it's not real.
it's like ready for the White House. It's not real.
Yep. I don't see it.
It's a dream. Fake news.
Okay, so now we're going to go on to tarantula for our second reading. You did an excellent job yesterday on this. And we probably want to look over the keywords. So these are your new words. What's this one?
Attack. Touch. Dance. Reputation.
Reputation. And what was reputation?
Spider has a reputation.
True. Do you know what reputation means? It's
How
how,
something is visualized by others.
how someone is viewed by others. So if I like you and lots of people like you, then you've got a good reputation. Okay. Tell me when you are ready to read. We'll time you for your minute.
If you can't have a dog or a cat as a pet, would you like to have a pet or a spider? Children in South America often keep tarantulas as pets. They tie a string around their legs so they can walk take it for a walk. The South American tarantula is the world's largest spider. Some of them grow as large as 10 inches across. They are large enough to eat birds. Then large ones even attack chickens and snakes. The tarantula is an ugly spider with long hair. Because it's such an ugly creature, the tarantula has a bad reputation, but it is not really as bad as it looks. The tarantula is very painful. The tarantula bite is very painful, but it would probably not kill you. In Italy, a long time ago, people believed that tarantula bites would kill you unless you dance the poison out of your blood.
Right to there. So you got 150, 151, 152. Excellent.
That's sad.
Well, it's an excellent score. You're just comparing it to yesterday. But remember, yesterday I didn't time it first. So you actually had 2 readings yesterday. So yeah, you're allowed to do 2 readings right now if you want.
I like that.
You
No,
really
actually,
should.
no, I don't want it.
You should
I
too.
want to shoot Sebastian.
Okay, so let me read it, and then you can do the multiple choice and why do some children like tarantulas for pets. Okay, you ready for it? If you can't have a dog or a cat as a pet, how would you like to have a pet spider? Children in South America often keep a tarantula as a pet. They tie a string around one leg so they can take it for a walk. South American tarantula is the world's largest spider. Some of them grow as large as 10 inches across. They are large enough to eat birds. The largest ones even attack chickens and snakes. The tarantula is an ugly spider with long, hairy legs. Because it is such an ugly creature, the tarantula has a bad reputation. But it's not really as bad as it looks. The bite of a tarantula is very painful, but it would probably not kill you.
That's like not super bad. That's pretty bad.
In Italy, a long time ago, people believed that a tarantula bite would kill them unless they danced the poison out of their bodies. So when someone was bitten, don't do that, he began to dance frantically. Later they named a very lively dance the tarantella. See how it's not really tarantula, tarantella? After the way people had danced the poison out. Okay. So here's your 4 multiple choice questions, and then we'll do 1 sentence to answer this one. And we'll do chops to make sure your sentence was good. Do you want to read out the question?
Okay. What is the main idea of this story? That's weird. Well, it has a picture on it, no? In the background, there's a picture.
Oh yeah,
What's that picture of it?
that's really weird.
What in the world is that?
It looks like when I photocopied it, something happened. Maybe I had paper behind it or something. Okay, but don't get hung up on it.
It's weird. It's not true that if you don't dance, you die. But it would help, right?
How would it help?
Because if you're moving, it would get the blood. It would
Mm.
move the blood, and then the bite would stop hurting and stuff.
Or would it just spread the poison? Make your heart go so that things pump faster through your body?
Yeah, and then when it pumps faster, you go to the bathroom.
Possible. I know like with snake bites, they often tell you that wherever you were bitten, well I don't know if it's often, but I've heard this, and you'll suck the poison out and spit it out. Maybe that would work. I don't think I'd advise somebody unless I knew for sure.
I'm done.
So before we check this over, do you want to make sure that you use part of the question in the answer? So that if I didn't have the question, this would make sense to me?
Well,
You can just write it right here if you need to add something. Or you can write it right there.
but it's right there, so I know.
Which is the part that you would include?
Children have pets national? I don't know.
Children. Children like tarantulas for pets because.
Yeah.
So write that right there.
No, but it's like, just like pretend.
No, I'm not pretending.
What?
Nice try. Just write it right there. You want space there. You're gonna do something crazy, you kinda have to get glasses to read this thing. No, you need me. How about you sound it out as you're trying to write it, and maybe it would help. Okay. So here we go. That's one way to do it. So your first one in CHOPS, what does the C stand for?
Capitals.
Okay, how'd you do?
Yep.
Okay, what does the H stand for?
Handwriting?
Yeah.
Not very. That's okay.
What? What do you think about this?
What? That was like at the end. Like
Can you think of a
I
way
said
to
not
improve
very
it?
good, Mom.
Oh, not very good. Okay, so maybe in the future we'll try and write on the line or something.
Well, no, but I already did that.
Well, if this was me, I would have written here, but maybe you, I don't know.
I did the end.
Okay, remember what O stands for?
Um,
Out loud. So read out loud.
Children like tarantulas for pets because they can not have a dog or a cat. Done.
Okay. Punctuation, how'd you do?
Good.
Okay. And then spelling. What do you think? Let's look. Children. How about this one?
I like A, but it's too small.
What did you write?
I like A, but it's too small to write the E.
What's this? Woo!
No, but now they're connected. Just connected.
Children like tarantulas for pets.
Because.
Now, do you know, sometimes you spell because correctly. This one might end up being a sight word, maybe. Okay. Because, now for this one.
Like, cannot.
Yeah, do it. Have. Say these ones. Okay, done. Done and done. What do you think? Okay. So now we just have a little bit of our writing section to do. And we're going to start off with some tapping. So, if I said your first word was seb, you go s and b. Okay? So your first word is sink. And try to do it so Jen can see what you're doing. How about clink? How would you do that? Because it's 5. You could go back to here.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you could add another one over here if you wanted. What do you choose? Okay, your next one is fall. You tap twice for the L's. Okay, tall. Okay. Pang. Twang. But it's like t-w-ang. How about pop?
Right now.
But yes, say pop. Oh, that I want you to keep on going left to right. Because if you wrote that way, that'd be very strange. Okay, how about Fred?
Fred.
But you're just saying the word I want. So say it nice and clearly loud. I'm not hearing it clear. Yep. And I want the last one to be touching like that. Okay, how about dog? Okay. How about frog? No, but f. Yeah. Okay. Would you like to use letter tiles, or would you like to write in your book when we do single words that you're gonna create? You don't care? Okay, let's do this one.
So, what were you saying again?
Well, yesterday I gave you the option. You could write them down in your book, or we could create them this way.
Write them down.
You think it's easier than this?
Unless I can mess up the alphabet, but. Because it takes too long to put the back and right spot.
It does, doesn't it?
It takes too long to put the back and right spot. It's all over that.
I kind of like it when we use the letter tiles,
Why?
because it's easier to put them back, I find. Like these ones? Rather than these ones? I was thinking, what if I got them laminated so they have like a little firmness to them?
I like these.
Okay, so before you write them down, I'd like you to tap it out. So your first one is spin. But you know what? I want you to tap it on your left hand because you were tapping right to left and I want it to go left to right. Okay? Your next word, and show me if you can tap it this way, is rink. But I want your hand up so Jen can see it. Yeah. Okay, if that's rink, I'm looking for rank. Prank. Tang. Twang. Ting. And fling. Excellent. Okay, we got some sentences to write. Do you want to use the space right here?
Hey, why'd you have these here?
That was from your auditory.
No,
Over here?
I don't like.
Over here, you can.
So good.
Right here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a sentence, and I want you to say the sentence back to me, and then you write it down. The dog has a drink from the spring. Now you say it. Say it nice and loud so Jen
The
can-
dog has a drink from the spring.
Okay. From the spring. Okay. And let's do a check on that one. What do you think?
Tempo is good. Handwriting really good. Yeah.
Well, I think to make it better, you could bring it way over here till it touches the red. But I agree that the letters are okay and the spacing is good, except for right here. Okay, read it out loud.
The dog has a drink from the spring. I was going to say in the spring.
Punctuation. I love how you're putting the period consistently in there now. That's great. And then spelling. Oh, is that an exclamation mark? I like it. So then you would have to read it differently.
Yeah.
You want to read it like it deserves an exclamation mark?
The dog has a drink from the stream.
From the
It's so hard to
From
say
the-
it like that. Spring.
from the spring. Yeah. And then this word is one of the closed syllable exception ones. Rink, sink, link. So think about the spelling on that one. What change would make that one spelled right? Very good. Okay, one more sentence here. The bat flaps his wings to bring himself up to the branch. So try to say that first. The bat flaps his wings
Yeah, flat.
to bring himself up to the branch. So the bat flaps his wings. Okay, Jim. Oh, you remember the next word all by yourself? What do you think it is? Say it out loud.
To go up to the bench.
To bring himself up to the branch. Very good. So this is a 2-syllable and I thought we could handle it. Himself. And I was right. Very good, Sebastian. Nicely done. Okay, let's go to your check. So you say what this one means?
Chops.
It is chops, but what does the C stand for?
Chops.
What does the C in chops stand for? Excellent. Yes, you do have it. Perfect. How about your handwriting?
That's all. It's good.
Okay, do you feel like you stay close to the red line?
Yeah.
You do.
I
To me, this looks like we're going on an angle and we're going away.
Yeah,
You started off really well.
Look. I still win. I haven't touched the end.
So I think we could work on bringing all of your letters in the start of the lines over to the
Look,
red
I'm
line.
amazing. I didn't the line. Did you touch the end?
The amazing part is you consistently go on this angle.
Yeah, I'm so good at that.
Okay, anyway.
What do you mean I consistent?
Well, this is the angle that you go on. You seem to have this degree. It's not like this degree. It's like this degree of angle. So it's like.
Yeah, it's not in out.
Yeah.
It just goes.
Yes. Okay. So that was your
If I
handwriting.
kept going, it would just go.
I know.
It's
It would
like,
keep the same angle. That's the weird part. Your next one would be here. Okay,
Yeah,
so
this one
read it out loud for me.
it would.
And be careful of every word so we read them all correctly.
Yeah.
What does it say?
The bat flaps his wings to bring himself up to the branch.
Very good. Punctuation, how'd you do?
Perfect.
We'll have a look. Are you sure?
I got my period.
Yes, you did. And spelling, how'd you do?
Perfect. No.
I have to agree, you actually did perfect. I was worried about himself. I thought you might see it as two different words, but you did a great job there. Okay, so let's just do a quick review. We've been looking at exceptions to the closed syllable rule. Can you tell me what a closed syllable is?
It's a word.
Oh, that's a syllable.
A syllable. Okay.
What's a syllable?
A word or part of a word is one vowel sound.
Okay, and what's a closed syllable? This is where you would make one for me. Okay. Sure. Doesn't have to be a real word, I guess.
Bow. Bow.
Dow.
Badale.
Okay.
Badale.
No, let's not be silly about it.
No, but that's
Well, those. But if you wanted to do that, it'd have to be a blend that goes together, right? Like the blends we've been looking at. That
No,
does
but
not
it's
have to be a
still-
blend. That's not a blend that goes together.
yeah, but it still is one. It still is a
Maybe in some language, but in English we wouldn't put those two together.
You could though.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, but it still could be it's still a syllable.
Oh, it's a nonsensical closed syllable. It's one that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's close syllables. So.
Only by definition. Not by actual, it's not going to be a syllable in a word. Okay, so what makes this a closed syllable, Sebastian? Focus up here, please.
It would be a close syllable because it is.
What makes it?
It has
Here, let's use the one that you
a
know.
consonant at the end.
Yeah. And? Yes, what about it? So it's got one vowel, followed by a consonant, and a short vowel sound. Excellent. Okay, do you remember any of the exceptions to the closed syllable rule? Ones that where the vowel changes its sound a little bit? It's not the as in apple. Ones we've been looking at? Any of the closed syllable exceptions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here's some closed syllable exceptions. So what are some that we've already learned?
All, ink, egg, egg.
Okay, and that's our lesson for today. You ready to go do some basketball?
I'm going to do some.
Okay, let's go. Bye, Jen. Thanks.